Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with
Zoom out, please. I'm getting a headache.
Limit.
That image behind this poor guy. This guy's fine. No, that is not. God, what's his face? Sean Oliver. Not Sean Oliver.
For the WWA Heavyweight Championship.
Like, I'm genuinely getting a headache. Oh, they're just using the Too Cool music. Why not? Yeah, I could see that. I could see Jeremy Borash and Sean Oliver looking a bit alike. Oh, he's getting pyro and you can barely see it. Getting that Randy Orton Golden Shower pyro.
Possibly the biggest career in the biggest match, rather, in the career of Brian Christopher, as he takes on the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. Well, Brian Christopher can certainly.
Like, I get that they kind of got like stranded because Savage pulled out at the last second. There had to have been a better option for a main event on this show. Had to have been.
Sorry, little pain in the eye there. I think Brian Christopher's going to give Jeff Jarrett all he got. Time will tell whether it's enough. Jeremy Borash.
And again, they just stop his music in the middle of his entrance. Yeah, Brian Christopher's TNA run is kind of fucked up. Savage pulled out because at the last minute he wanted 50% ownership of the company, he wanted full booking control, and an extra $100,000.
The current reigning and defending Wrestling All-Stars World Heavyweight.
There we go. That's my guy, Double J Jeff Jarrett.
And really, Brian Christopher.
No, I think the saddest Brian Christopher entrance is when they brought him back for that one Raw during the Jerry Lawler Michael Cole feud, where no one knew who he was. Oh, that's right, he did, and he wanted them to advertise Spider-Man.
Christopher's a great wrestler.
Rewoo forever.
It's for the world title. Jeff Jarrett knows how to manipulate.
Yeah, they did. They did the second generation team. Brian Lawler, David Flair, and Eric Watson team.
And how to wrestle. That's how he became WWA champion. In my opinion, the finest world heavyweight champion since Frank A.
Like, I get that Jarrett was probably like, yeah, me and Brian Christopher could do a match in our sleep because the Memphis connection, and you know, they were both promoters' kids. But
Christopher here in our main event, our very first pay-per-view for the World Wrestling All-Stars.
you gotta put something of marquee value of some kind.
Brian Christopher, a
in
second-generation
the ring.
We know who his father is, obviously the chosen
we
one.
know who his father is.
Legendary father Jerry Jarrett.
Too Cool's peak was like 2 years before this. Oh, hey, look, it's a custom belt for this promotion and not an indie. Like, Brian Christopher hadn't been on TV in almost a year. What the fuck did he say? I did know that. Born cool. I like to tell people that every chance I get.
Listen. Jeff Jarrett doesn't suck. I know for a fact he swallows. That's what he does.
Oh, God. Also, don't you have to... Isn't that what you do at the end of something?
You listen to me. You listen to the Grandmaster. I came here for 2 reasons. One reason is to dance. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to dance right after my second reason, and that's kicking your ass, boy.
Yeah, he's just doing his indie promo that he does against literally any jabroni that he gets paid a couple $100 to work against. at a National Guard armory. I'm glad that guy was excited. I'm happy for that guy that this was a suitable main event for him.
All the way to the main event for the Revolution.
Brian Christopher serious.
There was some sort of falling out. Garrett brought it up. Why did Rikishi snub Too Cool in his Hall of Fame speech? There was some weird falling out with Too Cool and Rikishi at one point. Like it had to do with like, I forget which one of them cut the other out of like indie booking money, but like one of them like fucked the other end out of like a couple indie bookings, and they just didn't get along for a while.
But we're proudest of Jeff Jarrett because he represents.
What's going on is they are pulling some real Memphis stuff here.
It's Jarrett now, hip toss to Brian Christopher. And that patented Jarrett strut.
I can't get enough of this for my money. That's better dancing than all that hip-hop slop.
There we go, Jeff. What do you call him?
Well, he's commissioned me to get competition from the back. You got any ideas, Jeremy?
Yeah, we're gonna get the powder and the chain and the fireball, and somebody's wife's gonna get her head shaved. Real Memphis stuff there.
Damn easy.
The fans of London can testify to the fact Brian Christopher, several occasions, two specifically and a third that was in Australia, has defeated the Chosen One Jeff Jarrett tag team action. That's enough to earn him a spot. That's enough to
so apparently he beat him in tag matches on the Australia tour. See, you bring up Larry Zbyszko. No, you stick it. Larry Zbyszko was in the building for this show. This commentator's Jeremy Borash. But this is the DVD edit of this show. Like, it got a limited run in, like, Europe. The DVD. Oh, there we go. Larry Zbyszko got mic time on this show. And he went on for 20 minutes about how he was mad that Chris Jericho was calling himself the living legend in the WWF at this point. And then he sued Chris Jericho in the WWF. But they had to cut it off of the DVD. Both because of length and because it ended up being used like in a court of law.
Has earned the reputation here in the World Wrestling All-Stars. There's a neck breaker. 1, 2, and it wasn't enough.
Boy, Brian Christopher's kind of taking an edge here, which seems almost hard to believe considering the magnificence of Jeff Jarrett. But
yeah, Larry, especially in this time period, no chill at all. I agree. Also, since we're past 10:30, I normally only do this on Tuesdays. Shout out to my SSR ad gang. That's right, he did. Larry Zbyszko did challenge Vince McMahon to a fight during that promo. Thank you, Commodore Amigo.
Of the Aladdin Hotel and Casino here in Atlanta, or rather Las Vegas, Nevada. As we
everybody else had to stay within the guardrails.
On the Revolution, the very first pay-per-view here from the United States. And the World Heavyweight
and these two, there's no, can't get a camera to follow them.
And the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, is never afraid. Has never once in his life shied away from taking a shortcut to get a victory.
Yeah, this is the Jeff Jarrett main event special here.
Well, it's certainly been very successful for the Chosen One.
He's the champ, the WWA champ.
And that was Zbyszko's thing, is he felt as if because Bruno handed down the living legend to him, that he had the ownership of, that he did not hand down the gimmick to Jericho. Really, he was just fishing to come in and work a story with Jericho.
Who is obviously being a little lenient since this is for the World Heavyweight title.
I think during the promo, he also like buried Chris Jericho for being too small to be world champion. But like Jericho's an inch taller than Zbyszko.
Absolutely. You got to be lenient when it's all on the line. The world. There's a beer. There's a beer.
There's a beer.
I bet Brian would open his mouth.
That's got to be an indie wrestler.
And it's
he took the beer from.
The Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, as they make their way back into the ringside area of the Aladdin. Beautiful theater here.
It's
Playing
gotta
close
be an
to the
indie
World
wrestler.
Wrestling All-Stars, and certainly
An inch does matter
we look forward
in that
to coming back here
situation.
very soon for another pay-per-view from the WWA, and certainly showcasing great talent like the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, and Brian Christopher, who takes Jarrett's head.
Who takes Jarrett's
Right
head
into the staircase at ringside.
and does a thing with
The
it.
Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett, certainly has been in a number of epic battles, certainly has seen his share of opponents over the years, and has survived here in the World Wrestling All-Stars organization since the revolution, or rather the inception
Captain
pay-per-view,
Lou.
which aired back in January here in the
Oh,
United
we're raising the
States.
roof.
Here
It's
comes
2002.
Christopher. Oh, does not connect.
Jeff's seen a lot of great opponents, held a lot of great titles, but I'll tell you what.
Yeah, Larry Zabisco had a tendency to go into business for himself quite a
Notice how Jeff talks
Quite a
before
bit.
the show? Kind of puts me over, doesn't it?
Well, he certainly seems to have some sort of connection to you. I'm wondering
Hey now.
if
Hey
it's
now.
the shared philosophy of doing whatever
Larry
it takes
Sanders
to-
show.
Right on. That's what I was going to say. Come on, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff really is better now. I think Jeff, he just got overexposed. Even in this era, where like he's every
One great
secondary
move by
startup company's top guy. It's like too much Jeff.
critical maneuver by Jeff.
And I love
Jarrett.
Jeff.
Christopher's in a lot of trouble, it looks like.
But like Jeff in his current spot is perfect.
Does Brian Christopher realize what he's up against here?
2002, Tom McCartney asked, what were we all into in 2002? I was
He has shown on more than one
14,
occasion what he's worth.
13,
He has shown
14?
when put to the test what he can do. To the top rope.
very into
Body block. And reversal.
Our Lady
They don't do it.
Peace,
Two. We've got
Trouble
it.
Charger,
No, we don't. But it was close.
Matthew
Very
Goodband.
Jeff Jarrett is
Also,
getting
I'm
all
not from
the hate, and
Canada,
then some from
so
Brian Christopher. A lot of
whatever.
family pride here, the Jarretts and the Lawlers. That was a big competition.
Yeah, Jeff's feud with Angle was good. Jeff was good.
Now it's carried over.
It's just because Jeff didn't have a supporting cast,
There it is, the sleeper
either in the
hold.
WWA or TNA or any of these groups.
Of the Chosen One,
Just
Jeff,
Jeff, and you just overexposed. Plus, he became a product of the time.
If he has his way,
And
putting to sleep the challenger for the World Wrestling All-Stars World
2002 was a very
Heavyweight
annoying time period in our world's history.
of the World Wrestling All-Stars.
Hey, if Jerry's kid bounces back and wins, you want me to sing You'll Never Walk Alone at the end of the telethon?
Chosen One cinching in now on Brian Christopher. As he cinches in that sleeper hold in Brian Christopher, it may just be a matter of time before the
going
Chosen One
down.
walks into the Revolution and walks
Yes,
out
Randy,
of
I
the
agree
Revolution,
with you. Jeff was
holding
it
the
was too much
WWA
Jeff.
World Heavyweight Championship. Now, all it takes is 3. There's the 1. There's the first. Brian Christopher now looks all but out. As that sleeper hold, there's
That's what we need at the end of a 3-hour show is a long chin line.
a winner in the Chosen One, Jeff
The
Jarrett.
ref should fire it down.
And that's another thing with Jeff. Jeff,
Fire it down.
Oh, wait a minute.
That was a muscle spasm. He's
because
out.
at this point,
Something.
Jeff wasn't so much different from what was happening that he was unique. Like he was trying to work 2000s WWF main event style. Whereas now, he's being Memphis as fuck when everybody else is doing like this super crazy Will Ospreay Ricochet style. And he stands out. That's why I think he's better now.
What a reversal by the Chosen One.
Christopher now lands on his feet. Oh, beautiful kick by Brian Christopher to the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett. As both men obviously feeling the fatigue of their
You know, from this
efforts
long
before
match
here
that's been
in
happening
hopes of
for 10
winning the
minutes.
World Wrestling All-Stars World Heavyweight Championship title match.
And Ziggery kick by Brian Christopher knocks
Like
Jarrett
when you
for a loss.
watch Jeff, he's fine.
Boy, these two superstars are
It's
giving their all.
it's not bad. That's exactly no use ticket. This match is not bad. It's
Out
just
at the very last moment.
I gotta
not a
give
main
Jerry, you
event.
said before the match that Brian Christopher would take
They're
this
trying to do an
opportunity,
epic
make the most of it, and let his hunger come to the forefront. Give him a
WWF
chance.
pay-per-view main event.
He
They
has a
don't
chance right
have
now.
He certainly does.
all the
On verge of
pizzazz to
winning a
go
world
with it.
championship. It's an amazing effort. Come on, Jeff.
And certainly don't think for a moment that Brian Christopher doesn't realize the opportunity that's been given to him by Bret the Hitman.
Oh, Tornado DDT, nice.
Tornado DDT.
Jeff, foot,
One,
foot.
2.
Foot.
Oh, very good call, Mark Madden. Heads up. veteran maneuver. Jeff Jarrett really is one of the only, and I do mean only, wrestlers you can call in this.
Yeah, dude, those old
business.
Memphis guys could literally show up to TV. If the TV show started at 10, they could show up at like 9:58 and just do an hour. Oh, fuck, Jeff. Even with the mat, that is a nasty bump.
Brian Christopher now.
Exactly, and that's what Jeff Jarrett was. Jeff Jarrett was Axe body spray the wrestler at this point.
And Jeff Jarrett knows the meaning of the word pain.
Oh, there's a thumb to the
Oh, Jeff, a little Superman punch.
Be careful.
Get out of the way.
Oh, he blasted Marty Elias with that kick.
We better get out of the way.
And again, because they're doing a 2000s WWF main event, gotta have a ref bump and weapons. And also, that's not how you hit somebody with a chair. Also, that's not a chair that you hit somebody with.
Taking this opportunity to use a chair against the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett.
Get up, ref.
Oh, I'm sure Brian Christopher reeked of Axe.
Oh, what's Christopher gonna do
Hip
now?
hop drop.
He has goggles.
Oh, you know what's coming. You know what the opportunity is. You know what's coming here.
What? Tell me what?
It was funny in TNA when he cut that promo at the beginning where he's like, I'm Brian Lawler, I'm a serious wrestler now. And then the match after that, he did that with the goggles. Because he couldn't, he had to make sure everybody knew he was still Grandmaster Sexay, doing indies on the weekends.
Are you kidding me?
He pulled him out of the ring. The one referee pulled the other referee out of the ring. They have dueling referees. Marty Elias is up from that super kick. Yeah, where is Billy Joe Travis when we need him? That is right, Zahav. We're gonna have the referees fight. Oh! I always love when Jarrett would hit people with the guitar during a match when the ref's distracted, as if the refs can't see all the debris in the ring. Again, the referees are fighting.
That's a bunch of crap. The referees can't fight each other.
They didn't have anything else for this match, so they're like, shit, let's just create an issue with these referees.
The referees are going at it. The referees. We're out of time, folks. We're just about at referees going at it.
Wait, that's how the show ends? We're out of time? Oh, Slick Johnson with a good bump. Yeah, the Brian Christopher goggle spot does kind of look like the Jun Kasai spot. That's a good call, Rudrick. I'm so confused.
Jeff Jarrett has the belt. Brian Christopher now he has the belt.
All the refs are down. I think there were only 2 refs booked on the show. Oh, nut shot, of course. Of course. Attitude Era, baby. Again, all the debris in the ring. The belt's in the ring. He's not looking at the shoulders. He's looking at Jeff Jarrett's balls. Jeff Jarrett keeps the belt. The perennial champion. The secondary startup promotions in the 2000s. Jeff Jarrett. We love Jeff Jarrett, but this was his low point.
The chosen one, your
chosen one, the world champion.
Jeff Jarrett appears to have somebody's blood on his face.
Your champion, walking out of the revolution, is the chosen one.
And you can tell that's a new belt because it is bent